Yo, what's going on, guys? Crispy Flakes here. Welcome to Extra Crispy, man. For today's video, we got a video about a channel called Bulls Central. So apparently, Giannis, the alphabet, Antetokounmpo, went on the record to say that he wants to play for the damn Chicago Bulls, man. Chicago Bulls and Giannis. I don't know when it would happen exactly, but let you guys know over on my other channel, Crispy Flakes, I am going to be doing a Giannis Bulls rebuild. So go subscribe, go check out that channel, man, to see that rebuild. It's going to be a great time. Let's check this out, man. Bulls Central, Giannis Antetokounmpo just sent Bulls fans into a frenzy with 5 words. That's the title of it.
It's not often that a team is able to obtain a superstar level player, whether it be through the draft, via a trade, or free agency. And for the Chicago Bulls,
it's always a huge deal.
Superstar has not been an easy task. Really, the last bona fide superstar the Bulls had since Michael Jordan was Derrick Rose, and obviously his superstardom was short-lived.
Right, didn't last too long, sadly.
Then, there has always been this hope that the Bulls would have an outside chance at landing a top 10 player in the league, whether it be LeBron James or Dwayne Wade in 2010.
And it seems like whenever the opportunity arises, like, or you just, I don't know, like, it just seems like whenever you hear about, like, a player that might be traded, it seems like the Bulls are always the team on the radar. Like, I know, like, Anthony Davis is, like, a good example. Probably other examples that I just can't think of.
Carmelo Anthony in 2015, although I don't know if we can consider him a superstar by that point. To more recently, Kawhi Leonard, even Giannis Antetokounmpo before he signed his 5-year Supermax extension with the Milwaukee Bucks. And despite the Bulls recently being able to acquire star-level talent, the best players in the league have never expressed an interest in wanting to play for the Chicago Bulls. That is until now, when you had arguably the...
I wonder if it's because of Michael Jordan, in the sense where, like, superstars, you know, they want to create their legacy and they don't want to live in the shadow of somebody else's. But I don't know. I mean, even with that, it's like every franchise has great players, but obviously MJ's the GOAT.
Best player in the league say this.
I think anybody who asks that question that plays basketball, if he said no, he'd be a liar. You know, it's a team that won multiple championships. It's a team that one of the greatest players, if not the greatest player, to ever play this game played for. So
right.
It's a no-brainer. Everybody would love to play for Chicago. Down the line, you never know. You never know how life brings it. Maybe I play for Chicago, but right now I'm committed to Milwaukee.
Now,
good to hear on that.
I'm not the only one that's confused with these Giannis comments about playing for Chicago, but I've seen a lot of comments.
It's a little mixed signal-ish in the sense where it's like, yeah, everybody would want to play for Chicago. Maybe I'll play there someday, but it's like, I mean, does everybody want to play for Chicago? You know, it's like, so is that Giannis just kind of like amplifying his own beliefs about the Chicago Bulls and that he wants to play there by putting and saying everybody wants to? Huh.
That say he's either trolling or it's to make sure the Bucks don't get complacent with Giannis and just to keep them on their toes, I guess. But let me know your thoughts in the comment section. Do you think he's being legit? Do you ever see Giannis playing in Chicago? I don't. I think Giannis will stay in Milwaukee for his whole career. He'll be a one-team man, just like Kobe, Tim Duncan. I think he wants a legacy like that. But you never know, so let me know in the comment section your thoughts.
Yeah, and because of those words from Giannis, you had Bulls Nation in a frenzy within a matter of hours. Giannis jersey photoshopping was in full effect. People shouting, we were getting Giannis. You got people wanting to customize Bulls jerseys with his name on the back.
Hey, I'm ready for it.
All he said was, maybe one day I'll play for Chicago. So we shouldn't overreact, but we're going to, because that's what Bulls fans do, myself included. Now, as most of you know, Giannis signed a Supermax extension with the Milwaukee Bucks back in 2020 to the tune of 5 years, $228 million, which is well worth it, considering he's a 2-time MVP, a Defensive Player of the Year, 5-time All-Defensive.
So 2024, 2025, I believe, is the season he could sign, right? I would assume there's a player option, but...
Team player, 6-time All-NBA, 6-time All-Star. Look, you get the point. He's a superstar player, and superstars get paid handsomely in this league. So here's the thing. Giannis is not going to be leaving Milwaukee anytime soon. He's under contract, at least with what Milwaukee can control, until 2025. And
okay,
what
2025.
Giannis can control, given he has a player option on the final year of his deal, until 2026. And because it's Giannis, barring him demanding a trade, the Bucks aren't going to be moving him. Sure, maybe there are some outside circumstances where he suffers injuries, falls off dramatically in his play, and they look to trade him as a result, although if that were to happen,
that would be an insane
trade
fall
partner
off
when you're making close to $50 million a year. But the point is, Giannis isn't leaving while he's under contract. He doesn't strike me as the type of player who would hold his team hostage and demand a trade if things weren't going well, and the Bucks aren't going to be getting rid of him. Giannis is currently 27 years old, in the peak of his prime, playing some of his best basketball, and to be honest, just continues to get better and better. I'm sure you've all seen the videos of his workouts where he's shooting corner threes and knocking them down at an impressive clip, which if Giannis does develop
stroke be looking better too.
Three-point shot, it's game over for the league. But he's in his prime, and by 2025, which is when he could become a free agent if he declines his player option, he's 30 years old.
Oh,
he'll be 31 if he opts in to play that full 5 years with Milwaukee before becoming a free agent.
And you worry about like really athletic players like that athletic fall at the age of 30. But I don't know, Giannis, they call him the Greek freak for nothing. I feel like he's going to be like in shape, working on his body, putting in the work till the day he retires from the game. I think he's going to be playing well into his 30s, like 37, 38-ish.
And I had a few people ask me when I was tweeting about these,
because even if like Giannis maybe can't have as many like ball handling opportunities in the future, I realistically think he could play like center. I think Giannis could be a great center and just be like the anchor on the inside.
Giannis, well, would we even want him at 31 years of age? Is he going to be the same type of player we see now? And the answer is 100%, unequivocally, yes.
Put him as center, he will a power forward.
Even at 30 or 31 years of age. Need I remind everyone that DeMar DeRozan is 32, actually just turned 33, and he had one of the best seasons of his career. Look at LeBron James. Dude is going to be 38 years old this year, and he's still one of the best players in the league. And sure, yes, there are some guys who fall off after they hit 30, but most superstar level athletes who are in peak condition have the longevity to play well.
Yeah, Giannis got to keep going on the skill set.
Obviously, a lot can happen,
which he has been.
Can change between now and then. Could Giannis become an injury-prone player, and maybe his value isn't the same when he's 30? Sure, that can happen, but based on what we have seen from Giannis, based on his conditioning, his physique, the style of game that he plays, he strikes me as the type of superstar player that is going to have a long, prosperous career. So yes,
agree.
You want Giannis at the age of 31. Bulls fans been talking about how they want Kevin Durant, who is 34, who's had multiple injuries, and is toxic in the locker room.
DeRozan, damn 32,
Giannis
33.
Will be too old by the time he's a free agent.
Isn't he?
That's the other thing I love about Giannis, because I really can't stand the Bucks as an organization, but Giannis is the ultimate team player, a great team leader, a fun-loving guy that is great for the locker room, unlike a lot of superstars who have massive egos and can be a distraction off the court. That just simply has not been the case in Giannis's career thus far. But look, I know
a damn funny dude.
We're taking a few words and running with them. Like I said, he just said maybe one day, who knows, maybe I'll play for Chicago. That could really mean nothing, and most likely will mean nothing, and he'll never actually be a Chicago Bull. The Bucks are going to do everything in their power to retain him for his career, and will have his bird rights to always be able to offer him the most money. But the point of all of this that I think is going to get overlooked is that you finally had a superstar player. Again, in my opinion, he's the best player in the league. You had a top player in the league state that they would love to come play in Chicago. And that just has not happened, despite the Bulls being an iconic franchise that the greatest player of all time built. And it's
maybe Anthony Davis.
I made a video on this just a week ago when talking
it.
about DeMar DeRozan's podcast interview with Draymond Green, that he was trying to inherit the ghost of Michael Jordan at the United Center, and why that was so important for him to even mention that, because it plants the seed in other star players' heads to have this desire and motivation to want to come play into Chicago and bring a title back to the city and follow in Michael Jordan's footsteps. Up until now, you rarely hear of star players citing that they actually want to come play in Chicago, that they want to be that guy that brings the city a championship. And by Giannis now saying this, the best player in the league, and saying so because of what Michael...
Yeah, because I'm thinking too, like, 4 or 5 years, or I guess it would be about 3-4 years from now, like, P. Will gonna be entering his prime. Lonzo Ball, hopefully the knee's good, healthy, and everything like that. Zach LaVine gonna be about what, like 30, like 31-ish. I think he's around the same age as Giannis, isn't he? So that'll age nicely. DeMar DeRozan will probably be gone by then. He'll probably be aged out of the NBA or on a limited role. But I can definitely see like the plausibility behind how it could happen.
Jordan,
if Giannis wants it to happen,
franchise so legendary,
and not
is
trolling.
Yet another seed that gets planted throughout the league that hopefully has other star players saying, maybe I would want to come play in Chicago too. One of the biggest markets in the league, one of the biggest sports cities in America, being the first to win a championship since Michael. Yeah, I'll take that. Maybe I'm being delusional. I think I am to an extent. Sometimes we all are when it comes to our own teams.
Yeah,
all I know is a few years ago, it was never.
Yeah, I mean, delusion in the sense that it's something he said. So you hang on to words and stuff like that, and you get hopeful about it. I guess I would say it would be more delusional if Giannis just never said anything. I was like, man, Giannis would love to play for the damn Bulls someday. Like, there's no way he's like staying with the Bucks. He's going to the Bulls. Like, to me, that sounds like delusion. But I think it's fair to get excited about him. I would be damn excited as a Pistons fan. He was saying the shit about my team.
Thought in my mind that we could even land a superstar unless we fell into one via the draft, and even then, we likely would have lost them when they actually became a free agent. But now I don't think the Bulls acquiring a superstar, a top 5 player in the league, is out of the question anymore. And we have to pay thanks to Michael Jordan, who, even to this day, is still helping out this Bulls team in many ways. Let me know in the comments what you guys...
Yeah, and even with that, too, about, star players want to play there, I think a lot of the players also seen how much, like, DeMar dominated, too, because on the Spurs... I thought DeMar was pretty good on the Spurs. Like, I thought he got a lot of hate because he was on the Spurs and the team wasn't very good in general. But he went to the Bulls, and it's like, damn, like, this dude's, like, in the MVP voting now and stuff like that. So players, like, it's just... I think Chicago is definitely a very special, like, basketball town and everything like that. I think a lot of players are going to want to play there in the future. That's all we got for this video. If you are a Bulls fan, go check out Bulls Central, or you're an NBA fan, want to know more about the Bulls, go check them out. Link to the channel description below. Thank you all so much for watching. Peace out, my friends.